Hey guys, this is Brian Deku and welcome back to another video where today I have got another one command creation, and this time it is actually only one command block. So today I have recreated something from a mod, the Rainbow Lucky Block mod for 1.8, and it is different orbs. So it doesn't have the exact same ones, but it has some of them, and yeah, this is what it is. So I'm gonna quickly nip over to creative and get myself a command block, and basically all you need to do is type in the command. I'll leave a link to it in the description, power it, and it will come up with this. Like usual, click this and you get my head. That's going to be in every single one of my commands if I can fit it. So this is a slightly smaller command, then like it doesn't fit the full like 32,000 odd characters. It's only about 23,000, and it's nowhere near the size of Doomsday, but I decided it's quite a cool command, so let's go and showcase it. So there's a total of, I believe it's 11 different orbs you can get, and I've sort of put them up here just from like not so good to very good. And so when you like chuck it on, like, so that's just raw rabbit and a rabbit foot. This will appear. It's enchanted, just enchanted by Eye Ender with a name on it, and this is called Rabbit Orb, and all you need to do is place it in your offhand and you'll get some give potion effects, some give other stuff, and some like not just potion effects, and there's some other cool things that you can add as well. So the rabbit gives me jump boost 4 and speed 1. I need to quickly do a time set day. So the rabbit's quite good. It's quite cheap though, and that's why it's not great. I'm actually just going to leave that in my inventory. Right, so this is like a piece of netherrack and a bucket of lava, and it's sort of obvious. A fire orb, which is quite basic. It just gives you fire resistance, which I guess if you go to the nether it's really useful, but it's not great. And then a diamond pickaxe and an iron ingot will get you, again, the haste orb, which gives you haste 3. So you can only use one orb at a time, which is a bit of a disadvantage, but they are still quite good, like each one. Right, so this could take a bit of getting since it requires prismarine, unless you're lucky enough to spawn near ocean monument. And this is simply just a water orb. So this gives me water breathing and night vision, so I can see underwater while holding this. Right, so the 5th orb, I believe this is, it's actually not too bad. So a diamond sword and rotten flesh. So as soon as you get diamonds, advisable to make this if you do decide to install this command. This is the blood orb, and it gives you strength 2 and regeneration, no matter like what. So basically strength 2 is being changed in Minecraft 1.9, no longer plus 260%, it's now just plus 6 attack damage. So wherever I am in the world, even if I'm just using my fist, as long as I've got this blood orb activated, I'm always going to be doing 7 damage, which is sort of overpowered compared to the last one where I wouldn't do anywhere near as much. I'd only be doing, what, 206, so only about 3 damage roughly. Right, so glass and gas tier and a piece of glass will give you the invisibility orb, which again, a lot of these are just basic things, but they're from like the Rainbow Lucky Block mod, and they're the orbs in that. So I just decided, even if they are basic, it doesn't really matter. Right, and then this one is actually one of my favorite. I might showcase it. So actually, no, let's just showcase it right now. So this is the Antigravity Orb, and if I place it in, you'll see I get jump boost. But this is what happens. I fall down really slowly, and how I do this is I use levitation at an overpowered effect. And if you know anything about this, you'll know that when you hit the ground, it sends you flying up, and when you take the damage. But if I go down, I don't actually take damage when I hit the ground, which is quite good. So if I actually took damage, I'd go flying back up into the air just to fall back down and take even more damage. Right, so it's really fun to mess about with this gravity orb. you can just like bounce about the place and you fall, and it also you can fall from no matter what height and you will not take any fall damage, which is pretty awesome, seeing that it's only an end rod and an end stone. And I say that like it's really easy to get, but it's really worth getting this anti-gravity one because it stops you taking all fall damage. Right, so for a blaze rod, right, this one's expensive. This would cost you quite a bit. But this is the lightning orb, which gives me speed 3. So speed 3 is quite good, but if I quickly go get some creepers real quick, if I just run about, you'll see I've now got regeneration 3 for 5 seconds, and all the creepers, every entity in the radius of 15, so every 15 seconds this will happen, and every entity in a 15 block radius gets pummeled with lightning. That includes items, that includes arrows, that includes, apart from players actually, players do not get struck. But it's a pretty useful thing to have because it also gives you regeneration 3, speed 5 when that happens. And it's pretty overpowered. As soon as that happens, you become pretty unstoppable for a short period of time. Right. This one, it's actually not too bad. It's just a health orb, which, if I go into game mode survival, I have regeneration 3. So if I quickly summon, let's say, a zombie, I'm going to actually probably be, because I've got like regeneration 3 is actually really overpowered. It's not, I'm going to die though. Nope. Right, let's get some criticals. Oh, I'm dead. But, however, it's quite useful just to have a bit of health constantly. So if you are ever fighting, it's really useful just to be able to instantaneously top up your health. And I'm just going to quickly, I don't know why I don't nip into creative and just destroy it, but I don't know why. Right. And then, actually, the final one I have, oh no, the second, right, let's show this one then. So this is just something that's from the mod, and it's the poison orb. So you don't really want to do this one yourself. It's not great. It's actually going to kill you. So yeah, you don't really want to use this one, but just give it to a friend. It's a bit of a trolling item. And finally, the last one, which is one of the best, I have here the resisting orb. So that was a piece of obsidian, emerald block, and a shield. That was pufferfish and a piece of coal. That was the iron chestplate and a golden apple. I forgot to mention that. So I actually get resistance 2 from this. Resistance, seeing that the most powerful resistance you can get in normal survival is resistance 1. Resistance 2 is pretty good, because you only get resistance 1 from eating the enchanted golden apple, notch apple, god apple, whatever you want to call it. So resistance 2 is pretty good, but it also comes with another very unique feature. If I quickly don't do that. Why did I do that? Night, and then hop into survival mode. If I spawn a skeleton, he cannot hit me. No matter how many skeletons are shooting at me, there's very little chance. See that? If you get too close, they'll be able to hit you because of the time it takes for the ticks and stuff. But normally, and you can actually kill skeletons like this by launching it back at them. Come on, right. Just take my word for it. You probably did see it. It did happen. And I'm actually getting arrows from this. I think my skeleton must have died or something. And I've also got so you can't be hit by any skeleton, which is pretty overpowered. Even other players. So however, if I just quickly give myself a bow, I also can't actually fire arrows. They just like hit into the ground, which is one disadvantage. Actually, I can sort of fire them. Right, it's not really working. But yeah, that's really it for the resisting orb. It's really overpowered against skeletons. Skeletons will just end up killing each other. I can just sit here, and you can actually see them. They sort of like bounce off as if it was a shield, but they're no longer going to attack me because they killed each other. And are they going to attack me? Please do. There, you can see them. They're just bouncing off like a shield, but they're now all just killing each other. So I'm going to go back into creative, and I'm going to quickly kill all these people as well. Right, so that's the final orb. So here they are, all 11 of the orbs. You can only use one at a time, and yeah, I don't really know. I think my favourite is definitely Antigravity Orb. Tell me in the comments which one is your favourite, because there's like 3 slightly more awesome ones, which is the Anti-Gravity, Lightning, and Resisting. I mean, I love this. Just think of going to the end and bouncing about. You know what? Actually, let's go to the end. Minecraft end portal. Let's go. Oh dear. Right. So just like, it's like, because it's like being on the moon here, and you can just like bounce about, and it would be so cool, I think. This end's really different. This is so cool though. And you can also glide. Gliding's another great feature of it, because the ability to glide I've seen in one mod, which is Orspawn, and it's so useful just being able to glide about the place. Though it does mean like you can't fall quickly, though you can always just switch it out. But guys, that's it for this video. I'm gonna finish it here in the end. Link, as always, to the command in the description, and if you do enjoy it, then definitely do not forget to leave a like and subscribe. More commands in the future, like always, and I seem to have particle effects for a particle I do not have. But for now, goodbye.